It's just such an amazing thing to be able to do, isn't it? To go off and have a swim in the river in the middle of January. I feel amazingly brilliant.
I got into it because I was getting injured and I could no longer do running and cycling, which is what I love to do. And so I found myself just starting swimming in lakes and rivers. And as my injuries improved, I could then include running into it. So now we run to the river, don't we? And we run back.
Running here really, really helps because it really gets you invigorated. You're breathing well, you're really well oxygenated. You know, you're in the right frame of mind.
It's the complete experience of being out in nature, feeling connected to the elements. I like feeling the air, the wind, the water, the trees. Coming out into the woods and entering into the element of water. I actually prefer not wearing a wetsuit when I go in the water, but because we're right in the middle of winter, it's really cold temperatures at the moment, and I want to be staying there as long as possible. I'm wearing a wetsuit today, and I have these wonderful gloves that I like to wear, and I also wear socks on my feet. I find for me the most important thing is keeping my head warm. So I don't need to have two caps. I just happen to have a swimming cap and a neoprene diving cap. Ready? Go. You're in.
Thank you. Whoa, lovely. I do lots of deep breaths and I focus my mind because it's going to be really cold in there. When I go into the water, I kind of go in quite slowly so as not to get too much of a shock, because really you shouldn't jump into very cold water because you can have a heart attack. So you kind of go in slowly, get used to it, and then slip into the water and then just start swimming, really.
The water feels really clean and cool, and you can feel your body responding to the cold. The cold you can feel on your face, it's like, feels smooth, but it feels prickly at the same time.
Swimming against that strength of the water, and it's a beautiful feeling. It's a really beautiful feeling.
Oh, this current is so strong.
It is so strong, isn't it?
Are we actually moving?
No, we're not.
I'm just going to see if I can get towards that tree.
Yeah.
Go out. There's a stillness about being in the water, and a focus because it's so cold. You're just completely present in the moment, experiencing how your body feels, at the same time looking about you and being where we are. And I definitely noticed that I'm in a very different mental state coming out of the water, apart from the fact that I'm full of endorphins. So what I usually experience is I get out of the water and feel really warm, and then after about 10 minutes getting dressed, I start to feel cold. So I am beginning to feel cold now.
I always feel amazing when I come out of the water. It's just invigorating and just wonderful. After about 15 minutes you can suddenly get really cold, and it's what's called a drop-off. It's where the cold extremities blood goes back into the core and the warm blood from your core goes out into your skin, and you can suddenly start really shivering, and it can be like the start of hypothermia, so you have to be really careful about that.
We're fine though.
Yeah. I mean, my hands, I can't believe.
Are you ready for a hot drink?
Yeah, yeah.
Cheers. So after we've had this hot drink, we're going to do some exercise.
So delicious. Oh, the sun's coming out now.
I feel brilliant. I'm nice and warm in my core now. So that coldness that I was starting to feel, the shivering, has disappeared. I'm feeling very energised, and I probably sound like a complete lunatic. That's what joy does for you.
I think we should be doing new experiences as much as we possibly can, challenging ourselves, and just because it's exciting, and then you find you can do it, and then that kind of transfers into the rest of your life, It's just great, isn't it? There you go.
Should we run now?
Why would you recommend wild swimming to other people?
Being out in nature,
Lifting your spirits. It makes you feel absolutely amazing. You can be down in the dumps and then you feel great.
yeah, absolutely.